Danger Doll Squad, Galactic Gladiators. This is issue number 1 from Action Lab Danger Zone. So this is basically another crossover between Zombie Tramp, Vamp Blade, and Dollface. If you guys don't know about Danger Doll Squad, I did at least one. I think I did maybe 2 or 3 videos of Danger Doll Squad, the original Danger Doll Squad. This is basically, I guess, season 2. Um, and yeah, I've done videos on Danger Doll Squad the previous season. I've done videos on Dollface, and I've done videos on recently. I did a video on Vampblade. Haven't done anything on Zombie Tramp. I'm not the biggest Zombie Tramp fan, but I might have to go back and give that series another look. But yeah. This is part 1 of the Galactic Gladiators, and it takes off right after where the first Danger Doll Squad ended. So we basically get a little introduction to all the characters. So there's Zombie Tramp, who basically kind of like what she sounds like. She's a zombie who specializes in dark magic. Then you get Vamp Blade, who anyone who's seen my Vamp Blade review will kind of get familiar with her. But basically, she was a regular girl whose father owned a comic book store. She is basically a comic book nerd, and she gets the powers of Vamp Blade, which was a comic book character in the 90s. Basically, she fights alien parasites that are invisible to everybody except for her. And then the final girl is Dollface. If you guys watch videos that I've done of her review, you get more in depth on her. She is a witch she is a witch hunter from the olden times whose family was murdered, and she basically watched her sisters get killed by witches. And before she can get killed, her soul was teleported into the future and implanted in basically a ball jointed doll. So she's basically a living puppet, and she can like transform her arm into a hand cannon and stuff like that. But basically, they previously teamed up to fight these alien creatures in a Tron-like universe. They were basically like in the interwebs fighting. The situation was done. They all got teleported back to their lives. But for some reason, like Zombie Tramp, rather than being teleported back to where she used to be, as an undead zombie, she is a human once again, and her father and all that stuff is alive, and her boyfriend is alive, and basically, yeah, she runs outside and has sex with her boyfriend, and then Vamp Blade wakes up, and she's in the college dorms, and yeah, she basically just had lesbian sex, despite the fact that she's not gay. And yeah, she basically gets suckered into more lesbian sex. So yeah, I mean, some people might think, oh, it's lesbians, SJW. No, not really. I wouldn't say this doesn't come across as lesbian propaganda like a lot of SJW comics is portrayed as. Or like anti-man or anything like that. This is more of like fan service. The thing about Action Labs Danger Zone is that their comics are basically a lot of pop culture reference mixed with fan service. It might sound like I'm knocking them, but I'm not. I actually enjoy a lot of their comics. So yeah, you get straight sex, you get lesbian sex, and then of course you get Dollface, who is kind of the naive, innocent girl of the group. So she wakes up back in Salem, Massachusetts in 1693, and she is alive, and her sisters are alive, and her father is alive. And then it turns out that this is all basically a Matrix-style illusion. They're really inside these tubes, and everything that they're seeing is basically just their dream, like their fantasy of their perfect life. So I'm gonna skip this panel because basically, yeah, there's tits. So yeah, there's gonna be nudity in this issue. So don't Don't get it if you're underage. And yeah, they're being teleported on this disc that's basically is it Simon Says? The what the hell is the name of that toy from like this, was it the 80s or the 90s, where like the lights flash and you have to like hit it in the correct order? That was Simon Says, right? But yeah, they're basically flying in a giant version of that to this like other planet. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of like pop culture reference in this series. Their disc arrives into the station and basically docks, and then we see a bunch of other discs. Well, what we see is we see like this really weird like a flesh sack, and then we see what is either milk or like jizz coming out, and out of it comes basically a mix mash of Zombie Tramp, Vamp Blade, and Dollface. Like the three of them like fused together, Dragon Ball Z style, into one body. It turns out that on this, they're gonna be like on this game show basically. This woman introduces herself. She's Ammo Gamma, and basically she created these three. She created this version, this fusion of the three girls, because they're gonna be on this TV show where it's almost like gladiators, where they have to like battle against other people, and that's how it ends. So we get straight sex, we get lesbian sex, we get girls being teleported on the Simon Says disc. We get a flesh sack filled with jizz that gives birth to a fusion of Vamp Blade, Zombie Tramp, and Dollface, and then they're about to fight in this like gladiator style Thor Ragnarok combat, and that's how it ends. So yeah, I liked it. Like I said, you have to kind of have like a certain taste for Action Labs, Danger Zone comics. If you're here's the best way to I guess describe it. If you're a fan of B films, or if you can watch B movies and find entertainment in them, then you will enjoy this publication and like all their franchises and stuff like that. But if you can't, if you're one of those people that like you gotta have like super top notch A+ quality writing and art style, or like you want like Academy Award winning stuff, give it a pass because it's not gonna be your thing. But yeah, like I said, like if you can put up with like cheesy popcorn flick type B films, then I think you'll find enjoyment in this issue and basically this publication and all their other works. Because I mean I like Vamp Blade, I like Danger Doll. I was gonna do a video on Ginger Dead Man meets versus the Evil Bong. I might do a review on that. But yeah, like the only other thing I've read from them would be Zombie Tramp, which was I didn't really care for that one too much, but I don't know, maybe a second read through I'll change my mind. But yeah, like I said, like if you can put up with if you enjoy popcorn flick cheesy B film type movies, then I can see people like enjoying this. So yeah, that's the end of issue number 1. This is kind of a late review. This issue has already been out for a couple of weeks, but yeah, it's I don't really find a lot of time to do reviews, so sometimes I'll review comics that are like a week or two old. I try to do all the new stuff and get them out quickly, but I'm sorry about that. Sometimes it's just not possible. Like Shadow Man issue number 2 already came out this past Wednesday, and I just literally reviewed the first issue like just last week. So yeah, I guess now's the time for the quick plugs. I have a BitChute, I have a Minds.com. You can find the description of those below. I have a PayPal if you want one-time donation. I have a Patreon if you want to sign up for that. But you guys don't have to do that. If you guys can just subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notification, give a like, give a comment, spread the word of this video and this channel in general. Like tweet it out, share it with friends, family, everybody else in the community. Help the channel grow. That would be like more than enough. Like I would freaking love the crap out of you guys for doing that, because I want to try to get this channel to grow. So if you guys can just help, just spread the word. That's all I'm basically asking. Just help, get this channel out there. That would mean so much to me. And if you guys are like interested in video games, I do stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The times kind of change, but I'm trying to go for Monday morning, Wednesday afternoon, Friday night. But I'll usually tweet out like a few minutes before I go live, or even sometimes when I go live. I got to get better at that. I got to get better at like advertising ahead of schedule before I go live. But yeah, if you guys want to drop in, say hi. If you guys feel like subscribing to the Twitch stuff, if you do, you can use emotes created by the awesome Nerd Wonder. But yeah, those are my other avenues. Anyways, this was Danger Doll Squad Galactic Gladiators issue number 1. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope to see you guys next time, and take care, everybody. Later.